Hey, it's Dustin with Parts Doctor, and today I'm going to show you how simple it is to replace this top panel on this Whirlpool dryer. This also applies to some of the great manufacturer brands such as Kenmore, Maytag, Amana, and more. It's super simple. I'll show you step by step, so let's jump in. The top panel of your dryer can become scratched or dinged by everyday use, or might be damaged during moving or by something falling on it. If your top panel becomes bent, the panel may not fit correctly, preventing the dryer from operating properly. If you're in need of a replacement top panel for your Whirlpool dryer, visit our link in the description to partsdoctor.com. We offer fast shipping and we exclusively provide genuine manufacturer replacement parts for a wide range of all major appliance brands. Tools needed for this replacement: Phillips screwdriver, putty knife, small flathead screwdriver, a 1/4-inch nut driver or socket. Before working on any appliance, please remember to disconnect it from the power. If you need to move your dryer away from the wall, please disconnect the dryer vent hose on the rear of the machine. Exposed edges on the dryer may be sharp, so consider using gloves and protective clothing. Locate the lint screen and pull it from the lint chute. Set it aside. Using a Phillips screwdriver, remove the 2 screws in the lint chute. Please be sure not to let them fall down into the lint screen chute. Using a 1/4-inch nut driver or socket, take off the rear panel of the top console by removing the 4 screws on the back of the console. Be sure to support the panel as you remove the last screw. Set the back panel aside. There is a clip and a hook on each side of the console holding it to the top panel of the dryer. Slide a putty knife under the console near the edge of the dryer and apply direct pressure to the end cap clip to release each side of the console. Slide the console forward to release it from the rear hooks. Set the console knob side down on the dryer's top panel. You may want to place a towel down to protect the finish of the knobs. Take note of the wiring connections before unplugging the components in the console. It may be helpful to take a photo of the connections to reference later. Take photos from different angles, as it never hurts to have more photos than not enough. Gently unplug all the connectors from the corresponding controls on the console. You will need a small screwdriver to gently release a locking tab on one of the connectors of the timer switch. Once all the wires are disconnected, use a 1/4-inch nut driver or socket to remove the 2 ground wires that are attached to the back of the console and the top panel. There are 2 clips holding the top panel onto the cabinet that are located approximately 2 inches from the edge of the dryer. With a putty knife, gently press the 2 clips back to release the top. While you're pressing on the clip, gently pull up on the top panel so you know when it's released. Repeat this on the opposite side until the top is released from the 2 clips. Slowly and carefully lift the top panel until you can see the 2 hinges attached to the back panel of the dryer. Carefully hold the top panel upright and use your other hand to slowly and carefully feed the wires and connectors through the opening in the top panel. Be sure to take your time and feed the wires through one at a time. After all the wires have been through the hole in the top panel, lift the panel off the 2 hinges on the rear of the dryer. Carefully remove the felt wiring harness protector pad before discarding the top panel of the dryer. If you can salvage this pad, you can apply it to the new top panel. If you need to purchase a top panel, make sure you get a manufacturer certified replacement part, like the ones that we saw on our website, partsdoctor.com. We'll leave a link in the description below. Search partsdoctor.com with the model number from the tag on your dryer to be sure you get the correct part. If the glue on the felt wiring harness pad is still sticky, attach it to the new top panel or use double-sided tape to hold it in place. To install your new top panel, hold it upright and slide the 2 hinges on the back of the dryer through the slots in the top panel. Continue to hold the top panel upright and use your other hand to feed all the wires through the hole in the panel. Starting with the longest wires can make this process easier. Be sure that both ground wires are also fed through. Once all the wires are fed through the top panel, check to see that all wires are clear from the panel and close the top panel. Secure the top panel to the cabinet by applying firm and steady pressure on the front of the top panel until both clips pop into place. Lay the console face down on the top of the dryer to attach the wiring connectors. Do not forget to place the console on a soft surface to prevent damaging either the console, knobs, or top panel. Use a 1/4-inch nut driver or socket to reattach the 2 ground wires, being sure to note that the shorter wire attaches to the cabinet while the longer wire attaches to the back of the console. Referencing your photos, attach all of the wires to the controls on the back of the console. Note, some models of dryer may differ from the dryer in this video, so for accuracy, please reference your photos and double check that all connectors are correct and secure before moving to the next step. Rotate the console back so that the 2 plastic hooks enter the 2 holes on the back of the top panel. Once the 2 clips in the front line up with their respective holes, press down slowly and firmly until both clips snap into place. Be sure that there are not wires from the wiring harness that are going to be trapped underneath the console. To attach the back console panel, slide the top of the metal panel behind the top of the console back. Be sure that both sides are on the outside of the console back, but the top is behind it. Start the screw at the top by hand to hold the panel in place while you tighten the bottom 3 screws. If the bottom fastener holes do not line up with the screw holes on the back panel, you may have the panel on backwards. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, fasten the 2 screws that hold the top panel to the lint chute. Be very careful not to drop these screws down the chute. Return the lint screen to the lint chute. Congratulations on finishing the repair. As always, I'm Dustin with Parts Doctor. Until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.